Hi guys, Mary Beth Temple here from Hooked for Life with Mary Beth Temple, and in this video this is going to be one of a series that I'm putting out on Surface Crochet. So Surface Crochet is when we use the crochet hook and some various stitches to put embellishments on the surface of already crocheted work. Now this is the Lemon Zinger square, which is available on the blog. This is a free pattern and I will put a link to that in the description. But in this video we're going to learn how to make the surface crochet chain, and we're going to do it horizontally because in that square in particular, since the square is worked in the round, you're always working horizontally, and that piece not vertically. I will do a separate video on verticals. So this is just a big piece of single crochet that I have done. This is Bernat Softy Chunky, I think. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a horizontal surface chain. So to make horizontal is really easy because you're working here. This is the easiest way to see it. You're working in the tops of the stitches that are already made. So you've crocheted in those stitches, but that's also where the surface chain is going to be. So to begin, you want to use a crochet hook, either the same size as the piece that you've made, or sometimes you might want one just one size smaller. You can fiddle around and see which one works for you. Put a slip knot on your hook as if you're going to do any kind of crochet, and then you're going to insert the hook top down through the stitch and keep the working yarn under. So this will be an adventure. Let's see. So we're bringing the yarn over from front to back as we normally would, and essentially we're making a slip stitch. We're bringing that all the way through. So I have both joined the yarn and made my first chain. So all I'm going to do to continue is go to the next stitch. Okay, maybe this dark blue wasn't the best choice. Yarn over from back to front, bring it all the way through. So you're making a chain. That's my next stitch. Yarn over from back to front, bring it all the way through. So you're basically making a chain stitch, you just have this big chunky piece of fabric in the middle of it. And I am flipping the work over so you can see it. But honestly, you don't have to flip the work back and forth every time. Once you get the hang of things, you can just stick your hook in the next stitch. You'll feel where that yarn is, and you'll bring it all the way through. You don't have to flip the work back and forth every single time. Like I said, I merely did it so you could see what was happening on the back. So this is the surface crochet chain, worked in a horizontal stitch row, and this is what it looks like on the back. It just looks like a straight strip. To end this off, no matter where you are, at the end of the row or in the middle like I'm doing right now, you're just going to cut the yarn, pull it all the way up, and that will prevent it from unraveling, and then you're going to put the tail down in the same stitch in which your last one came up, so you can see it. There's the little guy right there, and then you can just weave the tail in and out like you would weave in the end of everything. Now, from a gauge perspective, not too tight, not too loose. It is something you will get a feel for as you're stitching. If you pull it too tight, of course it'll crinkle this way, and if you do it too loosely, then of course it's going to look sloppy and not even. But this is a great way for adding surface texture and depth. You can use it to add color, and you can use it, it's particularly useful in making plaids too, if you don't want to stitch every single color, but we'll talk more about that in a different video. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe to the channel for fresh content weekly on knitting, crocheting, and other yarny stuff. Give me a big thumbs up, ask me any questions that you have, tell me what else you want to see, and I look forward to seeing you again here real soon.